Did Jeff set the tone today defensively?
Well, he was terrific. Jeff played great, and you know, the mistakes we made in the first half, you know, he erased a lot of them, which led to points. I don't know how many, you know, we didn't really do much offensively at all, but we got easy baskets off of his defense, you know, when we did get out and run. So I thought Jeff played terrific today on both ends.
A lot of coaches probably have some heart palpitations when they see a 7-footer running the floor like him in the fast break. What goes through your mind when you see him out leading the break?
Well, I can think of better options than him leading the break, but the way we played today, he may have been as good as our guards out there leading the break. You know, he's done that several times. He made a bad pass to Ben in the first half that I thought may have cost. He bounced it. I don't know if you remember, he bounced it, and we ended up getting nothing out of it. And then, or Ben got fouled in the corner for a 3. Alpha kind of a broken play. And in the second half, he made an air pass, but he led Travis too much. And Travis made an unbelievable play with one hand. I mean, it's a terrific play. But no, Jeff's doing really good.
Lon called the little success they had at the end of the game with the full court pressure fool's gold because you were just in protect mode instead of attack mode at that point in the game, and that wouldn't have worked if it were earlier. Is it a lot different the way you go against the press when you're just trying to protect the lead than when you're?
Well, no, that was bad play by us. I mean, I don't think I don't disagree with Lon at all, because when you are in attack mode, if you can get your ball past that initial trap, you're playing 4-on-3 or 3-on-2 behind it all the time, and so you got to pick your spots kind of when you do it, but our guard play wasn't very good today, and we turned it over a couple of times that were basically putting the ball above your head in a trap. I mean, everybody knows that's a no-no, and we did that twice, and hopefully we can correct that. But what it'll do, it'll make us more aware, and I think that we'll handle it a lot better moving forward. Can't handle it much worse, but a lot better moving forward when teams do try to do that to us, because we'll be more aware. We were too casual.
Elijah commented on Jeff's defense and then followed it up by saying today wasn't his day, Elijah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He didn't seem.
I would agree with him.
He didn't seem like his normal self. Is he pressing now, or is he just?
No, he was. No, I mean, the second foul, his 2 fouls the first half were wasted plays. I mean, so he took himself out of the game, and then in the second half he played a lot better second half till the very end. But he was never in the game because he took himself out of it in the first half with those 2 plays he made, and so. You know, to me, that was just a lack of focus on his part.
Coach, Jeff commented that the guys were a bit sloppy on defense the first half, and they picked it up the second half. Did it seem that way to you?
I thought we were pretty good defensively the first half. You know, he scored 21 points, and we made a couple of breakdowns, but I thought defensively we were pretty good. We rebounded the ball well in the first half, did in the second half. And, hey, Hoops, I didn't know you were in the house. But I thought we did some good things defensively in the first half, to be honest with you. Second half, you know, we were okay defensively, but we didn't get the ball in the scoring area. Our guards didn't do a good job against their freshman guards. I thought pressure was pretty good.
After a 7-shot game the other day, Ben had only 4 shots in the half. Is that too few, or is it just?
Well, it's hard to get shots if our guards can't ever get the ball in the scoring area. I mean, they're pressuring and they're denying, and we can't dribble past anybody, and we don't drive to pass. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I think wasn't great. But, you know, you guys get hung up on that stuff more than I do. I didn't think Ben was very aggressive either the first half. I thought the second half he was more aggressive, and, you know, he's got such a nice stroke, he needs to get more looks. But you know, teams are going to guard him, but it's those other guys' responsibilities to help him, and I don't think our guards are doing much to help him. I mean, we're not forcing his man to help much, and that kind of stuff. We got to get better at that. Now, and Elijah will get better at that, but certainly that wasn't the case today.
Build chances to be number 1, depending on how the polls shake out. I feel like his team is ready for that.
No, nor are we deserving. You know, somebody's got to be it though, and I think with one poll we were 2 and the other one we were 3, if I'm not mistaken. So Michigan, you know, I would think would have a chance to be 1 and 1, and we may have a chance to be 1 and the other. And if they're 1 in both of them, that wouldn't bother me much at all. But if, somebody's got to do it, so if it's us, then that'd be great. I mean, I never would have thought before the season that this team could be ranked number one at any point in time. That's great for our kids and that stuff and everything. But I think after today, our guys know that, our success winning will be short-lived if in fact we don't come with a different focus than what we did today.
Anything else? Give us a little scout on West Virginia.
I can't, I can give you what I've seen so far, which is limited, but, typical Hugs team, play fast, drive it, and you gotta be able to guard the ball, transition, of course, they're gonna rebound it. But it'll be a very physical game, one that will probably be one of the more physical games we played this year. So we'll have to play a little bit tougher than what we did today. But I'll say this about OU guards. I mean, they don't give up easy baskets. They guard as well, and scout report was did a good job on that. So, but we'll have to play better going on the road.
The lack of focus, is it more about being, like you said, casual, or just, what is it maybe, and is it?
Well, you can look at it as a different thing. When I say lack of focus, I'm looking at it like this. We've had a lot of teams in here that didn't have their A game focus wise, but they were so talented they could still get by with it. This team's not like that. This team has less margin for error, so that's why it disappoints me, because they know. I mean, we've had 7 NBA players on one team, and if those guys didn't have their A game, then hey, their B game or C game, focus-wise, could still be okay because their talent was so high. We're not like that now. We can't afford to make mental mistakes and not play with the same energy and things like that. So that's what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean we're awful by any stretch, or doesn't mean they're trying not to be focused or anything like that. But we didn't have that. We weren't razor sharp today by any stretch. And then I think you get real average real fast when you're not. Okay, guys, thanks.